Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Nostalgic Reaction, the series where I rewatch videos that I'm nostalgic about. So this week, I'll be continuing my journey into the Mentally Advanced series. I did the first 5 episodes a long while ago, and I'm going to be continuing and returning to that series here following episodes 6 through 10. A couple reasons why I'm deciding to go and cover the Mentally Advanced series. I'm celebrating a couple things this week. One, we've reached 500 subscribers, which doesn't sound like much, but hey, I've been doing this for about 10 years now, and it means a lot to me. Also, I'm also celebrating the 10-year anniversary of when I first started getting into ponies, and as luck would have it, I guess the thing that kind of got me into ponies is the Mentally Advanced series, as well as Rainbow Dash Presents. I've told the story before where I was just watching through YouTube and stumbled upon Rainbow Dash Presents, and that's kind of how I got into it. So yeah, the 4th of November 2014 was when that happened, so yes. As we left off, because I recorded the first 5 episodes like a couple years ago. When we left off, we left off with episode number 5, which is the Dragon Shy episode. So those were episodes that were basically Dawn Somewhere, Greg finding their footing on what to do with this series, trying to figure out how to do things. And episodes 6 through 10, I think, is when they really start getting the footing. Things are starting to click into place, I think. So they start creating new characters that are iconic and famous. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening in this stretch of episodes. I think maybe some of these are my favorites. But yeah, why don't we just get started? I think this episode should be...
What's the mentality behind staging a violent lightning storm over all of
Ah, okay.
Really? Well, the reason is because lightning creates enough energy to break up the nitrogen molecules in the atmosphere. The nitrogen then turns into nitrous oxide, which dissolve in the rain and seep into the earth. And, nitrogen in the soil is real good for farming.
That's one of the things I love about this show, is just how they go on these tangents about the most random things, and they're slightly educational.
You're stupid. You're an earth pony. Well, someone's got her
yeah.
up to 11 today.
Racism.
It's true. What makes you think that we would come over even if Rainbow Dash told us? Because I'm Twilight Sparkle and I told you to. Well, Twilight sure seems to be in a real good mood today.
Of course.
Spike said some innocuous comments today in the privacy of our home, and some ponies came, and Spike's on a short vacation now.
So, yeah, there's a lot of subtext in this episode that it's easily missed about how Celestia was listening in the private conversations, and so Spike is taken by the Gestapo.
Make it hardly 10 feet without being caught by the weather.
So,
see, because the weather is fast and it's everywhere. So,
yeah, you kind of missed those details. I think it was a little bit more obvious in the
best friends
negative edition of this episode.
Because Celestia is so great. Oh, can't run then. What are y'all talking about? We're having a mandatory slumber party.
Mandatory slumber parties. I don't know if I've ever had that. Well, maybe I did.
Great, now the lights are out. Good going, Applejack. That's it. I've had enough. Ha! Did I get you? Are you dead?
Oh boy. I quote this line all the time.
So I sewed up the wound, thinking in my childlike naivete that I'd successfully completed the surgery. However, about a day later, I was appalled to discover that I'd punctured an intestine, and that
Twilight's
septic.
poor childhood.
I correct the mistake, but that's when I learned my first
Oh
lesson about
boy.
Afterward, long story short, Celestia explained to me that's why I couldn't keep the puppy. Also, it died.
Oh
so,
boy.
Right. Horrible stories? Check.
Man.
The happy ending is that these days I can perform.
No wonder why Twilight Sparkle drinks. She just has a horrible past.
Terrible. How do y'all tell a story like that and then just go around smiling and acting like nothing's the matter? Well, it's easy. I just think of something funny, like a blind pony in a wheelchair. How is that supposed to be funny? Well, Celestia had a lot of comedians in her dungeons.
Oh boy.
Shut up, Applejack. This is why I don't ask Twilight about herself. All we have to do is go to bed. We don't have to make eye contact with each other. We don't have to worry about how the other pony is feeling. We'll just get some sleep, and tomorrow this whole thing will be like a bad dream. Say I'll sleep, Nazi. Then
Ah,
we put Applejack in
right.
their concentration camp.
oh yeah. Nazi rarity.
I didn't get my turn in Truth or Dare. Alright, fine. If it'll make you cut the crap, then you can have one turn. I dare you to pull a tree through Twilight's window, Applejack. You didn't think she could do it.
Only
but
took
she
3
did,
minutes,
didn't
huh?
She?
As usual, we got the credits. Lots of fun. Alright, so that was that episode, and I think you do kind of learn a lot in this episode. You kind of learn a little bit about the situation of Applejack's past, Rarity, a lot of her racism. I don't think that was new, but here she really expresses it, and we get to see a bit more about Celestia and her dictatorship, which I don't think at this point we have seen Celestia in the show yet, so that's coming up soon. Yeah, on to the next one. So this should be the Bread of Gossip episode.
So it's a nice day and I'm ready for the bad news. How much did you talk and how deep are we in it with Celestia now? What do you mean, how much did I talk? They took me to room 101. I told them
continuation.
everything. I admitted the things you didn't do. They asked me if you were secretly working for Mothra. I told them yes. If you weren't already on a list, you're definitely on one now.
Mothra as in the giant moth?
There is nothing illegal about talking to worms. And talking to worms about separatism is not treason.
I
because worms are
mean-
not citizens. Come on! Or they will find you!
A lot of this will fly over your head if you don't
Surprise!
really know
Are
a
you
lot
guys all
about
in on
those.
these crazy schemes? No, we're all
Politics.
We don't want to have to talk to her. That's Sakura, a zebra. She lives in the Everfree Forest, but every now and then she comes here to dig. I don't know what the purpose is. She never leaves with anything. She just digs. There she is.
Oh, right! Sakura, this Sakura in particular, has a specific dialect.
We have the superior force in numbers. The best thing to do would be to attack when we have the advantage. Then my educated opinion is that we should either kill her or sell her into
Oh
slavery.
boy.
The heck kind of educated opinion is that? Well, if I can share my thoughts, it's my opinion.
Well, the fact of the matter is that Ponyville just hasn't taken enough decisive action.
Well, I can agree with the need for action, but I really feel like it might be more beneficial to just let her be a part of our community.
Zebras are basically Earth ponies.
Wow, okay.
Hey, you stripy chump! You better get out of town or we're gonna rub bugs in your hair. Shorty is out of town. Well, you better stay out of town or else we'll rub bugs in your hair.
Stop following me or I'm gonna curse you.
Where are you gonna get the
That's
bugs
more
from?
ridiculous than I thought.
We are being cursed! We must commence the counter curse!
Okay, I'll try.
So I watched the Raymodash Presents episode that references this moment, and of course, if you didn't watch this beforehand, that'd be confusing.
I got a really bad splinter.
Y'all got a splinter? That ain't really a curse.
Yeah, you can't just hang out with us if you didn't get cursed.
No, I was there. I got cursed just like everyone else.
No, hang on a minute. I remember who was there with us now. It was Daisy. Wait, her name is Daisy? That's so embarrassing. I've been calling her Fluttershy all this time. Yeah, you know, good old Maisie.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Jake, we never...
The Fluttershy diss from Greg is always sad, but the way they do Fluttershy later on is just hilarious.
You have to use these powers for good. You need to kill Sakura.
Can I have a coloring book? You want me to kill Sakura by reading her mind?
No, I want y'all to kill Sakura with the shovel.
Apple Bloom in
That's
the
what
middle of this
turning point is.
conversation,
You gotta be
just
my shovel swinging hooves.
needing something to draw with.
I will swing the shovel.
Sorry.
All right, is everyone else ready?
I'm cursing the soup.
Commence the rainbow suicide attack.
Sakura
You pony!
just cursing
Surrender now
everything.
for a swift death. Hit her with the shovel.
I forgot to bring it.
Damn it, you had one job. You win this round,
Right.
Sakura.
You guys have a loofah?
And then I think she keeps the shovel later on. And that's the end of the episode. So by this point, it seems like Greg is really starting to understand like the characters of like Fluttershy and their relationship with Twilight. So yeah, there's a lot of growth. We are starting to get places. We have a plot point that will be done again in Raymodash Presents. So yeah, I think we're at the point where episodes are now really good and really solid. So
I'm gonna be honest, Spike. You totally dropped the ball on this one. I tried to warn you about anything with you whining incessantly
Paris
for the past
Sprite
2 weeks about
episode.
that lip- Hey Zakora, I know we're not exactly on good terms because last time we met I tried to have you killed with a shovel, but I just wanted to let you know that I feel like bygones should be bygones. And it occurred to me that you live up here entirely by yourself and that nobody likes
Zakora
you. So I
dead.
got you this thing. It looks like candy, but it isn't, so don't eat it. So yeah, that's yours now. You just enjoy that.
And that's how she got her revenge.
One time she told one of her advisors that she was going to kill the other. Because the two were friends, of course the one in danger found out. Celestia poured molten silver in the throat of the pony that told the secret. And then she
Yeah,
poured molten
you
silver
do
in
not
Spears'
double-cross
throat and got
Celestia.
corn. Well, at least he got molten silver instead of being executed. And then she executed both of them. Oh, well that sucked for them. Just
Yeah.
fix the banner.
Again, Dictator Celestia is a character. I also have a friend with me today. Hello.
Eat it. Fluttershy has Paris Bright. So, that is an ugly outfit. Go away.
Okay. Again, it's interesting in these abridged series that Rarity is always, like, not so generous. She's kind of the opposite. It took me a long time before I actually liked Rarity as a character, and I don't think these abridged series helped me to appreciate her. Because they were always
Spike?
the worst characters.
Go back to bed. I'm not ready yet. What did you do and why did you do it? I don't know, but I'm trying to fix it. It's okay.
Wait a minute, you had a Paris Sprite and then you were wandering all around town?
I had one Paris Bright.
Yeah.
What color was it?
Blue?
What
Yellow.
color was the one you left at Zakora's?
Blue.
Red.
Look, let's just go rough up Stutterfly.
None of them matched.
You realize how much paperwork I have to fill out after I do a tornado? Oh my god, it's endless. Hey y'all, I mean for one thing I gotta hold the pencil in my mouth and I can...
I always loved how this series is much more dialogue based than it is action based.
Yeah, they tell me, Dash, you can't just smear this thing in rainbows.
So they're explaining the logistics about why they can't do a tornado when it's probably just a lot of editing to deal with.
Look, when a filly sticks her head in the alligator's mouth, you blame the yellow one. That's what I say.
Okay.
You are a unicorn! I know. Come on, everyone, let's get back
Man.
to Ponyville and sweep this under the rug before it gets too late. Wait!
Pinky
Pinky
just
is not having any confusing
says
feelings right now at all, and I really feel like you should know.
things.
Yes, Pinky does not need you!
I really wish I understood the mind of this Pinkie Pie, because she says the darndest things. Here we go.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Twilight Sparkle. How's them weedy earthy ponies treating ya?
Is that the queen? I thought she'd be fatter.
Well, who's this then?
Well, this is my... No! Don't own her, Twilight. If you own her, she's your responsibility. Rarity's friend.
This is your Rarity's friend. Looks like there's nothing left to wreck here, so I suppose I'll see you again, faithful student.
We get our first glimpse of Celestia in this one, and it's always very memorable. Celestia is usually an interesting character in these abridged series, so yeah, I think this is the best Celestia that we have, because the other ones are interesting in their own way, but I mean, you gotta go with this one.
Studying geometry last night. So when I went to bed, a strange creature that was half rat, half cricket, and with the face of a pony came to me and took me to the place where all points converge. I woke up at 1 in the afternoon in
Oh.
the attic with no real recollection of how I
Right,
got there.
yes.
So no, I didn't catch a musical number. Math
This
is
is-
hard. It is when you're a coward.
The episode that introduces, briefly, Thrakkerzod.
What makes you think Pinky has holy water? Do you have some? Who told you? Well, what do I have to do to get some? Pinky desires
Yeah,
justice.
get some water,
Pinky the head of the
you
yellow
pray
one,
in
and
it,
you will be ready.
and then
Yes,
there you go.
yes. I'm not
It's
gonna kill
holy.
Marigold for you.
Name is Fluttershy.
I know your name. I was making fun of how huge and unattractive you are.
And
what the heck are you doing?
the Fluttershy
The animals that come out.
diss is continually going.
Your ugly face.
I know. I'm sorry. My special talent is being good with animals.
No, the thing you're best at is working with animals, but you totally suck at it. Doesn't that just make you want to cry?
Yes.
Well, are you gonna?
When I get home.
Would you just go cry in front of Pinky?
Do I have to?
Do you have any holy water?
No.
Then yes.
Oh. Am I doing a favor?
No, you're following an
And
order.
Fluttershy is just so nice throughout this whole interaction.
You are my least favorite pony in the world.
Well, I think you're pretty neat.
Is that Greg's feelings about Fluttershy in general? I mean, all of this is just a critique of the season 1 characters.
You deserve to be miserable.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll be back.
interesting look.
Yeah, it is a little disorganized this year. Well, why? Aren't you the one in charge? Yeah. Well, then it's your fault. Well, I'm trying a different strategy this year. Normally, I just tell them what to do. But this time, I'm trying to get them all unified through the power of friendship. I figure I'll just let them do whatever, and their interpersonal bonds will bring them together
Sure.
and get things done.
That's-
I learned it from watching cartoons with Apple Bloom. Does that
Well,
work?
that's not gonna help with farming,
Ponies try to
Applejack.
kill each other.
You
I
should
guess at
know.
This point, maybe killing some pony is the only way to get things back on track. I can't believe those cartoons lied to me. You were to procure misery from the miserable Fluttershy. An easy task, I think you were to remark. Yes, but instead, you return with a hairbrush. No, I know a hairbrush fits prominently into the equation here. It is okay. You do not need to.
So, is that how this Twilight sees things, as an equation? She doesn't remember specific things. She's just like, okay, equation, hairbrush, holy water.
Weather team to hurry up and get the snow melted. Okay.
Please.
Oh.
All the animals will drown in a flood if the snow melts too fast.
Okay. All the
This
animals will
is-
be fine. You hurry up and you melt that snow pronto.
Okay, I guess you can just do whatever Applejack wants. It doesn't even matter.
Guys, I can't actually control how hot it gets.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell the weather teams that you want it to be warmer and that the animals will drown, but that's about all I can do. Can't y'all just
Oh,
move the clouds
man.
out the way so more sun will get through? Well, sure, but we're on a tight schedule. You could probably fill out some forms to get a rush job.
I
After
love
it's all
how
done, they've gotta be processed and
realistic
approved. Really,
they
I mean,
make
we're doing
the
it today, so if you
industry
wanna
of how to
just
do
wait, it's gonna
things
happen in an hour,
with
one way or the
paperwork
other.
and
I'm not
scheduling.
feeling out of tardiness
So
anymore,
mundane.
just really, and best of all, we got the holy water, so we're safe from the thing in my attic. I'm gonna name him Taz. Today was just the best day.
Well,
Good night,
Taz is not a name that's gonna stick. I bet that there is an actual voice that you translate there, so... Yeah. I mean, this is an episode about many things, surely. It's... I don't know what else to say about it, but I enjoy the monotony on wrapping up winter. Because in the show, everybody just does their jobs, and it's like, oh, everybody knows what to do. But yeah, in real life, you need to have schedules, you need to organize groups of people, and then if there's like a change that needs to happen, you gotta go through bureaucracy. And so having this version being all bureaucratic is entertaining and interesting, certainly.
And so, when the griffin struck at the heart
All right.
of Equestria, our great leader
Call the
planned the
cutie.
citizens abandoned them, demanding a winter be
A good
decided
episode
over
in every
the
Abridged
land. Then, with
series.
their armies trapped in the
The
cold,
CMC are
the god princess
golden
forced
mines for
into their
characters.
territory, burning their food, killing their families.
Man, Celestia. She's so cruel.
And I need to tell you, you are the worst pony.
Oh.
Maybe the dumbest. I know
Oh,
we've
no.
had a great time over this past
Yeah.
week. You know, since we started
This
hanging
was
out,
the
but I just
sentiment for
can't overlook
Twist
the fact that I honestly hate everything
early in the
about you. I
fandom.
thought if I tried liking you, then you might turn out like broccoli and cheese. But it turns out you're worse than broccoli. So look, we just can't be friends anymore. Even if that means I have no friends at all.
What a shame.
Looks like somebody got a visit from the depression clown.
His brightly colored
This
pants
might
falling
be the
down,
last
and
episode
nobody
where
ever laughs.
What's the matter, kiddo?
I just broke things off
with
my
this
only friend,
Ribbon
and
Dash
now I
voice,
have no
because
friends.
after
why'd
this
you do
point,
that?
they
My
start doing
only
Ribbon
friend
Dash
is
Presents,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
slowly
Now
the
I'm gonna
voice
go
changes,
just like
but
Twilight
this
Spider.
voice is
No,
much
I'm not
closer
worried about
to...
that. Twilight is just under a lot of stress because she's the queen's daughter. But deep down, I think she's pretty cool.
She's the who's what now?
Right,
Yep.
right. She can't be with kids. She's legally obligated not to be with them. That's a reoccurring thing.
Okay, so when the first party goes to hide,
Hmm.
the second party known
Rainbow
as the
Dash
secret
needs an
gets
instruction
captured
manual
and
for hide and
preferably
seek.
a multiple of 10. Hey kiddo, what's a multiple? Oh, multiple. Oh, okay. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, am I gonna have to do math?
Dumb
Oh,
Rainbow
Mickey
Dash.
knows a game that you would enjoy. Today, we are business ponies. We do not beg for fun, but for purpose.
Are these gonna be for some pony?
So-
Did I just get roped into manual labor?
Yeah, you got...
We are making contraband cupcakes. Yes.
Yes, Pinky's
What's
using
contraband?
child labor.
We will smuggle the cupcakes across the border in our tummies. It is practice.
The
for
border
what you
to
just
what?
encounter lot, and that is a secret. I trust you. Yes. What you cannot trust is the food there. They will try to assassinate Pinky. Pinky has enemies in high places.
I wish we could understand the life of this Pinkie Pie, because we never really got a deep dive into why Pinkie believes all these things. Are these real, or is this just like crazy things that she spats out? Imagine if it was real.
You made the child cry.
Look,
Okay.
I'm sure you'll do great in college. or
Pinky
wherever
finds
it is
that
your dreams
enjoyable.
go. Just
I mean,
look
Pinky
up the
finds
tabs and
everything
tell me if you meet
enjoyable.
Any pony that looks like he's been possessed.
I will cry!
Children have no empathy. I don't even care.
Children have no empathy. That is another line that I quote sometimes from the show. Here we go! We're meeting
How'd y'all
them.
get roped into this here shindig? Are y'all friends with Tiara or Spoon?
My parents don't know where I am, baby.
I travel here from between the cracks in the walls, from the dark places where only dreams may
You
Yes!
just wandered in?
Thrackerzod
That depends. Are you offering to let me do a sketch?
and mentally advanced
Such
Scootaloo.
colors.
Well, that's good enough
Scootaloo.
for me. You guys are better than Twist, at least. Let's be friends. My name's Apple Bloom.
Oh, your name is really cute, baby. Mine's Scootaloo.
I go by many names, but you may call me Thrackerzod. I am a typical pony.
So since we're all friends now,
Oh man, I love how it's a common thing in a bird series to just make Sweetie Belle so unique and interesting from each one. Like Witchcraft is a robot. This is a Lovecraftian demon thing, I think, and then other ones are like a heavy metal pony. It's all fun,
Tell Thrackerzod, as a joke because she is a normal pony,
of course.
what would normal ponies consume?
I've got normal pony food at home, in my bedroom, baby. You guys want to go?
Don't y'all live in the
So,
clouds?
is
You know,
Scootaloo
it's not-
supposed to be like
friendly, baby.
Johnny
Fucking
Bravo
baby,
or
plummeting to my
just
death.
I don't know
I don't want
what,
to plummet to my death.
but
Normal ponies do that. I don't want to do that unless that's what normal ponies
she is a
Your bedroom? Ooh,
Okay, sure. I'll show you my
she's
dolls.
a bit
are
much.
blending in.
All right, so like there's a Scootaloo song going on in the credits, and I am not gonna let this play out through the video, but it is a song. All right, so that was these episodes of the Mentally Advanced series. So a lot of the classic things that are known for the Mentally Advanced series are introduced in these episodes, like Fluttershy being the butt of a lot of jokes, more of Twilight's past, we got more of the evil Celestia. Rainbow is starting to sound more and more like her classic Rainbow Presents self. And then, of course, the introduction of iconic characters such as Apple Bloom and, like, more importantly, Thrackerzog. So that's really exciting coming up. Yeah, it is interesting being more adult and like understanding more of this context each time I watch these things. I understand some of the subtext of some jokes, and so they're not all great, but they are there. What I do like, though, I've said this before, I love the way Greg just writes dialogue for scenes, and it's like not normal dialogue. They'll go on tangents, they'll just rant about things, like the most mundane things, but the way that they're done, it is so fascinating to listen to. If you haven't watched like a video of like Greg just talking about updates or just talking about him playing D&D, it is the most comforting listening experience that you can have. The way that he talks is just so fascinating. But yeah, so that's these episodes. The next set of episodes is where Greg starts getting like some of the best out of MAS, plus having to reconfigure the show after some copyright issues. But yeah, that's gonna be whenever we get to that point. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.